Hello lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad. I need to start today's video with a little disclaimer. It makes me smile because today I am sharing with you another unboxing of the Little Miss So-and-So subscription boxes. And I've just got back from work and I genuinely am wearing this dress that is coincidentally one of the subscription boxes that I had in December from Little Miss So-and-So. And you're probably thinking how loyal I am, which I am, by the way, to the brand of Little Miss So-and-So. But I also want to prove to you that it is part of my rotational wardrobe. I did not know that this lovely box was turning up today. I literally got home and then it turned up. I'm like, how lovely is that? Amazing timing. And then I thought, oh, I can't believe it, that's amazing that I've got the Estelle dress on from Sew Over It that was part of the December box. So I just wanted to put out there that it is coincidental, but I will also say that's the point of this amazing subscription box from Little Miss So-and-So, is that you will make, if you choose to, you will make wearable items that will become a standard rotation in your wardrobe. That for me is all about sewing. That is why I do it. This is my cloak of invisibility to how I deal with what I do in my life. This literally creates a shield for me of just, I don't know, I'm literally wrapping myself in self-care every day when I'm wearing Me Maids, which is every day. I have so few ready-to-wear items in my wardrobe. Don't get me wrong, it's taken me a long time to build up to that. And people often say to me, oh my word, can't believe how much you make. I do so fast, you know this. But I also made a lot of things in the beginning that were not wearable items every day. And what I mean by that is I went quite vintage styly. Back in the day, Sew Over It did a lot of sort of big dresses, the Betty dress. They've got a very vintage style, and I actually really embraced it for a while, but then I realised actually I didn't want to stand out from the crowd because didn't want to stand out from the crowd because my sewing was vintage. I don't actually want to stand out of the crowd at all, but I do want to blend in. Actually, that's not right either, but I don't want my Me Maids to be different because they're Me Made. I hope I'm making some sense. Long way of saying that it is just lovely that this subscription service, you get to choose the fabric, you get to choose the pattern, and therefore you get to choose how it fits into your lifestyle, and I just think that is magic. So this month, I'm going to do it a little bit differently this month, and I can't believe, by the way, that the month has come round so quick. Feels like 2 seconds ago that I was enjoying making the Hinterland dress from So Liberated last month, and thank you for all the lovely feedback on that. I genuinely, it makes my day when you guys are so kind to me. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I love talking to you guys, and don't forget, in case you're new to YouTube or you're not sure about the subscription piece, it is completely free. There is no cost to you whatsoever. Watching YouTube is free, and you can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on the TV. Yeah, lots of media, lots of ways to watch YouTube, so a laptop, etc. So it is free, and I'd love you to be part of my gang. I just hit 5,800 subscribers this week, which is amazing, but the mecca for me right now is 6,000. So can you help me get there? I would appreciate that if you could. But I don't mind. I'm in this for the long game. It's a marathon and not a sprint, I think is what they say. Enough waffle. This month I'm going to tell you what the patterns were. Now here next to me is going to be the screenshot of this process. As you know, on the first of the month, you get a email that says time to choose your new Little Miss So-and-So All Set to Sew So Special box, and then you get to click, as you'll see me doing here, and then I filter it. I filter it to the pattern first, and don't forget you get a choice of a stretch or a woven pattern each month, and then you'll see me here. So the first pattern choice this month is the Pearl Cardigan by Tilly and the Buttons. Now this is a really lovely pattern, a great choice. It's a wrap round cardigan. It's really lovely and easy to wear. I've actually made one of these, so I have a Pearl Cardigan pattern already. For me, I love the Pearl Cardigan. I haven't got the fit right on this. It sits at your natural waist, and for me, where I've got the curvation of the top half, then the sort of in a bit of the waist, and then the outer of the hips. I believe everyone is made this way, by the way, but for me, I can't get the fit right, so it needs to cinch in enough at my waist, having ridden over my boobs, and then I couldn't get it to sit nicely on my hips without it being really cropped. So I've put that one down to experience, but it is a phenomenal pattern. You can make it short sleeved or long sleeved. You've got regular sleeves, you've got balloon sleeves, and Tilly and the Button patterns are second to none. So if you're watching this and thinking, oh, that's a lovely pattern, it is, and you can genuinely wear it as a top. You can wear it as a cardigan over a dress, or long sleeve tops, etc. The hashtag on Instagram is full of amazing Pearl cardigans, so highly recommend that. The second choice is actually, I've written it down here, is the Rennie dress by In the Folds. Now, this is a brand new pattern as far as I know to In the Folds, and Nicola, the owner of Little Miss So-and-so, is often choosing patterns that are new to market. You'll remember the Estelle dress. I hope I got that right. Estelle dress from Sew Over It, that was brand new. The Mitchell trousers from Closet Core, they were so new that they hadn't even been delivered yet when she sent the email out, which is amazing. She's got such an amazing eye for detail. Now the Rennie dress, I've just written down the size measurements here for you. Their measurements go from A to J, and the A is a 28 bust, 24 waist, 33 hips, and then a J is 49, 51, 54. So nice and size inclusive, and I really like this. So I have chosen this dress. I don't normally say that at this junction, but and I appreciate I just made the hinterland, but I really like the styling on this Rennie, and it is just sleeveless, which I think is going to be amazing in the summer. And I love the waist definition from the lovely big tie there. And I was initially thinking, oh, a waist tie, that can be a bit of a drama, in terms of keeping it, losing it, etc. But then, and then also with a jumpsuit where you got a waist tie, you're like, what do I do that when I'm having a natural break, etc. But in a dress, once you've got the waist tie on it is on all day. So that's my rationale anyway. I hope that makes sense. So it's a beautiful style dress. Now, it does have slits up the sides, and that I think is something I'm already going to amend, because me and slits, we just don't get on. Okay, sound quality will be different now, because apparently microphones only work when you've plugged them in. You'd think I'd know this by now. Oh my word, sorry about that. I hope you could hear me okay. So I was just saying, the slits in the side of this lovely Rennie dress I just don't get on with slits. I don't know what it is about my shape. I avoided them in this dress. There are a number of things I've looked to make recently. What else have I made recently? I ended up sewing them shut, didn't I? I cannot think, but me and slits, not a thing. So I will probably amend the pattern. I may well add maybe small ones at the bottom. Quite often slits are put in because the dress is so defined that without the splits in the side you wouldn't be able to walk. I don't think that's the case with this one. But there's also some variations, so you can actually add sleeves, and in the footage that's been playing here next to me, you'll see that on my choice for the dress I then go through and look at the different options, so you'll see some options there, and I think that's lovely. And obviously you can wear the dress with or without the ties, so super exciting. So all I've done is undo this the sellotape at the front. Comes in a lovely box, and it was really nice to actually be here. Quite often I'm not here, and it's been delivered. You know, my daughter's opened the door or something. Ho, ho, ho. So, as always, whoever you are that has the genius to be able to package so neatly, you're amazing. You're welcome to come and wrap my birthday and Christmas presents anytime you like. And then inside here, let me just. All of this is going to fall on the floor. So, okay. So in fact, just let's start from the top. So you've got the copy of the instructions, and actually you can see there that from the pictures on the website, I didn't realise you could have patch pockets on the front, and I wouldn't have been as clear as that, the number of options there are. So that's really lovely. You've got the front and the back. Sorry, yes, it's the front and the back, isn't it? But patch pockets, they look pretty cute. I'm not a huge fan of patch pockets, if I'm honest. I'm more of a side pocket girl, but that looks amazing. So I look forward to, and it says skill level 2. I don't think I've, so in the folds they've got a really nice pyjama pattern or sort of loungewear set that's free. So I've used that in the past, but yeah, it looks like it's going to have a facing and things, which is always a really lovely finish. Let me put that there. Then you get printed AO. Now it looks like to me like that's more than one page this time, which is not unexpected, is it? Because it's a full length dress. So yes, 3 pages of AO there, which is phenomenal, because obviously they're really large pieces of paper. Sorry about the rustling. And it's always really beautiful. It's beautiful quality paper. The density of the print is really good. So as I always say, if you are a tracer, you'll definitely be able to see this. I'm a cut straight in, as you know. I haven't had a chance to look and see what size I'll be making, but just for reference, and I'll put my piece of paper down, I am bust of 39.5, a waist of 32, and hips of 42. So generally speaking, around a size 14. But as I say, I don't know what that is in A to J world. We'll have to wait and see. That's exciting. And then we've got this beautiful parcel here. I just love it. Wow. Genuinely so neat. I'm just going to rustle just for a second. Sorry about that. So I've gone for the Renee. You might have seen actually, because obviously I'm screen recording my my considerations there. You've probably got a clue as to what I went back and forth over. Yeah, it's quite sweet actually, because me and Adele, who's the other ambassador, or one of the other ambassadors, sorry, we've got very similar style, so we choose very similar fabric. Oh my goodness, these are lovely. Right, okay, so I've got a little pile here of goodies. So let me take you through these. I'm just going to move the tissue paper off my lap. Lovely blue tissue paper that it comes wrapped in. Okay, so the box I choose, the box I have, and it is gifted to me as part of my ambassador role to Little Miss So and So, is £45 a month, and it includes 2.5 to 3 meters of fabric, a gift, the pattern, the instructions, and all of the notions that you require to make something. So if it was trousers, you would get a button, a zip, possibly pocket lining, interface, etc. And then obviously the fabric choice, which is just lovely. And this month's gift is a beautiful box of pins. How lovely are they? Oh, they're magic. So they are 0.58mm by 38mm and approximately 60 plastic head pins. They're beautiful. What a lovely thing in a lovely little pot. And you know what? This is actually very handy. They're always very handy, but it's amazing how dull pins can get. So I've used the same pin cushion. I think it's behind me here. Here. These pins on here have been on there years, like years. So it's high time I change them, because when you do, you realise just how easy they are to get in and how dull your actual pins go. So that's beautiful. We'll pop that there. Not sure you can see that yet. We've got my friction pen sitting there. Sorry about that. And then in here, in a lovely little bag, it's rustle again. Sorry. What have we got? going on in here? Oh, this is lovely. Okay, oh, perfect. Okay, so we've got matching Gutermann thread, which I didn't mention before, I apologise. And then we've got bias binding. So this must be, I don't know what part that plays in the make itself, because I haven't had a chance to read that. But again, I reiterate to you that this is bespokely created on my fabric choice. So when the team are considering, and that's actually a whole bundle, look. So when the team are considering what to put in your box, they have to wait for you to choose your fabric and then choose the notions based around that, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. And then the final two pieces here. So obviously this gives you a clue as to what sort of fabric I've gone for. And then the final, we've got a lovely piece of interfacing. Yeah, a lovely piece, a size here with full width. What type is that? That's F220, 220, which is a really good multi-purpose amount of interfacing. So definitely more than enough there. And then the main event. Tan, tan, tan. Oh my word. This is their pewter linen. This is so lovely. And the reason I mentioned Adele is because when I was watching Adele's reveal of her sewing box last month, she went for this fabric, and so she has made the hinterland out of this. And I believe she is considering the stripe. I don't know how or why I know that, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we've done a little bit of a role reversal. Or did she choose a green stripe in something else? I forget now, but anyway, our fabric choices are incredibly similar. That is just gorgeous. Okay, it's sheer in the way that linen is sheer, but it's not sheer, if that makes any sense at all. So that is going to create the loveliest summer dress. I am so fortunate. And this feels, you know how sometimes linen can be a little rough, where I've got the slubs and things? This, once again, it feels absolutely phenomenal. It's got a lovely amount of drape in that. I just love that. And I love grey. I've moved away from it, actually. I'm looking at my fabric stash. I've moved away from it quite a bit. But I'm really drawn to grey. Having said that, obviously my hinterland was red and grey and pink and so on. That is just so lovely, and there's a very generous amount of fabric here. Now I appreciate this dress is a full length dress if I want it to be, with the belt, so I imagine that it's a little bit fabric hungry. Shall I have a look and see? Ooh. Let's have a look and see how much fabric we need. Apologies whilst I just have a quick look. Okay, got the bust measurements there. Fabric requirements. Okay, so view A, which is the sleeveless, the ready sleeveless version. Okay, so now I'm going to need to look and see quickly what size. Oh, sorry about this, gang. Okay, so I'm going to be, so an F is actually 39 3/4 inches, and the next one up is 42, so that's on the bust. The waist, a 32, so the F is 33, so that should be okay, and then hips are 42, so I'm going to be a size F for your reference. And let me have a look. Hip, there's actually quite a lot of ease, so I may well go down a size actually. Might go down to an E, although the bust measure, so I'm working this out whilst you're on the line with me. So an E finished bust measurement is 41.5, so I probably could go down a size there, but I would need to consider that. But let's have a look. So with the fabric that's 150 centimetres wide, we're going to be looking at 3 metres, so 2.9 metres, so in essence 3 metres. So, and then for view B just goes up slightly, so view B's got the sleeves, so you would need 3.1 or 3.2 metres. So my estimate is that we've probably got about 3.5 metres here, because the size J would require you to have 3.3 metres. Yeah, I believe that's the case, unless it's an arrow width which I doubt it is. But yeah, so that is super exciting. And as always, I will share with you, by the power of YouTube, this on me in just a flash. See you on the other side. So here we are, and can I just say before I say anything about this, check this light out. Oh, how nice is that? Sunshine or daylight from yonder window. And it is, and must be, about 6 o'clock at night. This couldn't happen a few weeks ago. How lovely is that? So daylight savings, or clocks going forward, back, whatever it's called, has happened. So yeah, no lights required tonight, which is really nice. And I am in said dress. So this is the Renee dress by In the Folds, made in this amazing enzyme washed linen from Little Miss So-and-so, as you'll have seen in the previous part of the video. And I've really enjoyed making this dress actually. In the Folds do have amazing instructions. I can't say that I followed them to the T. This actually, the instructions here have you French seam everything. And I didn't, so I'm sorry about that. I just went for standard right sides together and overlocked the edges. So I am on the naughty list for that, but I just went for simple construction. I'm going to pop some footage in here. I also decided to not go for the side splits. There are actually very beautiful side splits with very beautiful mitered corners. I opted not to do that. Now, I just encourage you guys, if you know that something isn't going to suit you, then don't bust your balls to make it knowing that it's not going to suit you. For whatever reason, my body doesn't do well with side slits. It just elongates me or makes me wider in all the wrong places. So I just completely sewed the sides, as you probably see in the footage, maybe in one of the videos, I just sewed it straight down. But this dress is actually super simple construction, really, really easy. It is such a simple construction, and if you were needing to go to a wedding or wanted a quick make during the heat of summer, this would be your choice, because it is finished very simply with a bias binding, which I've just put on my lap here. And this actually came in the kit from in their subscription box, sorry, from Little Miss So-and-so. And what I really like about their choice is it's a really narrow one, so it just creates a really simple neckline finish, which I think is fantastic. I'm really, really pleased with that. Sorry, I just need to change the angle of my camera. My head seemed to have disappeared off of it, so sorry about that. But yes, as I was saying, so lovely simple bias bound neckline and bias bound armholes. You do stay stitch them is the first step that you do, and that just helps the fabric to stabilise and not stretch out. Although, to be honest, this linen, oh, it's lovely. It is actually, would make actually brilliant trouser weight. It is actually, sorry, a very nice trouser weight fabric as well, and therefore in the pictures you'll see the whole dress has got quite a structured look about it. So if I think if I was to choose the fabric again, I might have gone with something with a bit more drape. That would help the whole thing sit a little. And the belt detail, which you'll see in the footage, it's quite structured, so it isn't going to be for everybody for sure. And I'm in two counts here. I actually really quite like it without, which you'll see a picture now. And then if I put a picture with, they're very nice for different reasons, and I can't tell you which one is my favourite. And also, I'll be honest with you, I've been lusting after this fabric for months. I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity. I love the colour grey. I love linen, and therefore it's a winner, isn't it? Both of those fabrics. But I'll be honest, I'm not sure that this is the colour for me anymore. That's nearly a rhyme. But I don't not love it. I do love it, but I'm not sure. So there's a curious conundrum for you and for me. And can you be nice to me in the comments if you really don't like it, and don't go out there to, like, you know, completely slate me. Just agree or disagree would be fine. Sometimes comments go a bit awry, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm open about the fact that maybe this wasn't the right colour choice for me on this occasion. But that happens. Just being honest about it. But I will wear it because I do love it. There you go. So neutral, jury's out for me, I suppose, is the honest thing I wanted to say. Enough waffle, Cara. Okay, so love the construction of this. It is quite a fabric hungry dress. It used all 3 meters that I was provided with. In fact, it was just over 3 meters that was provided. So I couldn't have done anything more. I think I would have got some short sleeves out of it. I'm not sure I'd have got the 3/4 length sleeves. The belt itself just takes like loads, because I had made the mistake and I cut 1 pair. Obviously I needed 2 pairs of ties, so that kind of demolished pretty much all the rest of the fabric I had. There is some there. I think probably would have been all right. I probably would have got the sleeves out of it too, but yeah, it would have been cutting it quite fine. But there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Nothing wrong with that. I love a project when I use all the fabric. It's a really good thing, I think. So yeah, don't forget the subscription box is it is £45 for the So Special. There is a deluxe box which is £65, but you can get 10% off your first box if you use the code CARA10, and I'll pop that here now. And it is just the best subscription box. You know the fabric you're getting, you know you get the fabric, the pattern you're getting, and therefore you can create yourself your own bespoke wardrobe. There's just nothing better than that. And it also means that you're likely to use the fabric that comes in the box because you already know what you've assigned it for. That's always a massive part of the feedback I'll give for this. So massive thumbs up again, once again, for Little Miss So and So, and thank you to Nicola and the team for making this such a lovely experience. I actually met Nicola. I meet Nicola all the time actually because I don't live too far away, but we're the Knitting and Stitching show, and I will at some stage pop some footage together of my knitting and stitching show experience, which I haven't done yet, but I wanted to devote this video to the unboxing and the product that I made. I'm sitting here now looking at this on the screen, and actually the colour is growing on me, so yeah. It's one of those situations, isn't it? And I put extra jewellery on to bling it up a little bit, to bring it back, bring it to life. But I would like to know what you think. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on myself. Let's face it, I've had quite a lot of colour in my wardrobe over recent weeks, and this is taking me back to a core colour palette, so maybe that's just what I'm not used to right now. But I've loved the experience, and I hope you do too. So take care everybody, until next time, I'll see you soon.